How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some massive news for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and the DLC and stuff. Basically, there are three things that have happened right now. One, there's a brand new mystery gift you guys can get your hands on. So yes, it's a brand new mystery gift. It's on the screen right here. I will tell you what the code is. It basically gives you a brand new phone case in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And what's really cool is, of course, if you change to that phone case, it's one that's specifically supposed to be for Pekka-Runt, or the brand new event that's been taking place. But that's not all. You can also change to make your whole like Rotom decks look like that as well, which isn't too complicated. But either way, that's the first thing. So there is a distribution event taking place right now, and I'll talk about that in a bit, a bit more. But for now, let's move on to the next big thing. We have the official artwork for Pekka-Runt. This is the official art for what this Pokemon is supposed to look like. Looks good. It kind of looks like exactly what it looks like in game, but it's a clean artwork, as we do like to have those official ones whenever they are released. And alongside this, there's actually been two videos by the Pokemon company, right? The first one is actually this like kind of 5 minutes, I don't know if you want to call it trailer, but more so like a little story or like lore piece that goes together with Pekka-Runt. And on the other hand, there's an English version right here, but also there's this like tiny short little video that just kind of talks about it. So I thought we'd look at this short video first, and then we're going to go through this 5-minute video together and just listen to what it says, break it down, the story and all that kind of stuff. And then at the end here, you guys can be able just, to go watch the end of the video if you want to see how we actually get our hands on the Rotom case. But let's start with the actual short video first and see what it says. So I'm going to keep the volume on here. No idea if you guys as an audience will be able to hear this, but at least I hope so. So yeah, here we go. Let's start the video. And, ooh, okay. It's just the regular Scarlet and Violet intro, and okay, it's just a signboard. So you guys may remember that they keep hinting at that this kid from the actual, the signboards that you find in Kitakami, that's probably Pekka-Runt, which you can also see with the little, like, balls hanging behind it. It's kind of like that similar kind of, like, shape that's on them as well. But, yeah, it just shows off the doll. Again, if you guys have done the actual event, you've already seen it, you probably already caught it. It is a Poison Ghost type, of course. It's a newly discovered mythical Pokemon. And, yeah, we can just see it, like, strolling around the Kitakami region and using its actual, like, I guess you would call it the signature move in this case, which just poisons the shit out of that poor Sewaddle. But, yeah, for the most part, you guys have already seen this. Nothing too crazy. It's just Pekka-Runt, and you guys can get your hands on it right now. Again, nothing too strange. And to get it, you just got to go through this. Now, interestingly about this last image here, so this exact image, there is a bit of a theory here by Sumir, who's one of our good friends, who says this might not mean anything, but in the annotations at the bottom, we can actually see that they state that all the images are products under development. Products, content, and features, etc. are subject to change. Are they still working on Scarlet and Violet for future drops? I don't know if that's the case. I think maybe this is kind of like a disclaimer that they put in here in case they remove this event in the future. I think that may be more the reason as to why they put it there, but it is a bit odd that they would have that kind of information down there, because imagine if this year we actually get a third DLC for real, because a lot of people have thought about that, but no, I don't think that's the case. I think it's just a legal disclaimer they have to put there because this actual feature may disappear in the future. So I think that's pretty much just to cover their bases. But for the most part, that is the short little trailer for it, except there is the bigger one, which is the YouTube video here of the actual story of Pekka-Runt. So I thought we'd watch this together, and I'll just kind of be pausing throughout and then listening to the story. It's 5 minutes long, so it does take a while.
The tale you're about to hear has never been told in the land of Kitakami. The tale of the mythical Pokemon, Pekka-Runt.
Okay, so Pekka-Runt is the right way to say its name. So Pekka-Runt, now I know. So here's the thing with Pekka-Runt. He just confirms here that it's a mythical Pokemon. So good to know. There's no questions about it. There's nobody that can, question it anymore. It is definitely a mythical Pokemon. Like, that's 100% confirmed at this point. Moving on, I guess.
Long, long ago, in a faraway land, there lived an old man and an old woman. Having no children of their own, they instead cared for a small, timid Pokemon named Pekka-Runt, and they loved it dearly.
Okay.
Pekka-Runt, seeking more of their affection, used the poison in its body to fashion special mochi.
Okay, so it wanted more of their love, and it made the mochi for that reason. Okay, let's continue.
Finding mochi, which it served to them. The couple was immediately enthralled
All right.
by the flavor of these delectable mochi. Or rather, put under the thrall of Pekka-Runt.
Okay, so basically, like the same thing happens in the story. It just takes over their minds.
Mochi seemed to draw out the greed of anyone who ate them. Before
Interesting.
long, the couple began hounding Pekka-Runt with requests for this, that,
Okay.
and every other little thing. They'll love me even more if I grant their wishes, it thought. So it used more binding mochi to tame a Pokemon and had it deliver the gifts to the couple the next morning. Thus did their love for Pecharunt grow and grow.
Wow, so it's literally a greedy Pokemon. Like, it's not a greedy Pokemon itself. Well, it is, because it's greedy for their love. It wants more of their love. And as such, it brings up more of their greed by making them want more. It's kind of bizarre, but fair enough. It also does kind of fit in with the, I guess, the theme of the whole Dokutaro thing that we talked about in the past. But let's move on. So, let's see.
The old couple requested something peculiar. A brilliant set of masks.
Oh,
which were
okay.
rumored to exist in the land of Kitakami.
Okay, so that's why Pecharunt, that's why it went after Ogerpon and such. It wanted the masks of them. And I guess they got so greedy they wanted those masks as well.
Who had long grown
Interesting.
tired of the same old requests, set off
Okay.
excitedly for the land of Kitakami, eager to retrieve the masks and grant the couple's wish.
All right. I guess this is...
adventurer needs companions. So Pecharunt left the village with Okidogi, the retainer it had tamed with the power of its poison.
Okay, so I guess it got its hands on Okidogi, Monkey Dory, and Pheasantipede, and I guess we can hear the official proper, like, pronunciations of their names, but I guess it took them along from the village, where it actually already had used them before. It took them from there with itself all the way to Kitakami, which is kind of nuts.
But one companion wasn't enough.
No, made sure to get
On
more
the
done.
road, the two met.
Oh, okay.
Dory. This Pokemon had the power to see into the near future.
Interesting, okay.
It simply had to be made a retainer.
All right.
Yet Pecharunt still worried, so it found a third companion,
bird.
Pheasantipede.
Pheasantipede,
which
okay.
produced mesmerizing pheromones. Only then did Pecharunt feel safe. Thus did their journey finally begin.
Okay, so this is literally the story of the Peach Boy. Now, if you guys don't remember, the Peach Boy story is literally what this is based on. Like, what is it called again? I always forget. Like, Dokutaro and the whole, I guess Momotaro is the right way it's called. It's like the Peach Boy, which is really interesting because I guess that's what it's based on. It is them going on a journey. It is the Peach Boy going on a journey with all of them. And if you think about it, I guess in some way, Pecharunt is sort of like the child of those two, like that old couple. I guess it kind of serves similar in a sense to those, to being like their grandchild or child of sorts. But man, it's kind of nuts, man. They actually went on their own adventure.
They crossed fields,
Okay.
mountains,
It makes them look way more appealing than before.
until Pecharunt and its retainers.
And they right on
arrived in
Basque
the
Legions.
land of Kitakami.
Okay. And this is where things went
Amid
bad.
the sound of festive drums and flutes,
All
standing
right.
amongst the merry revelers, they saw two figures donning glittering masks.
Yep.
Ogerpon
We know those.
and its human partner.
Okay, so this is good. Now we have confirmation that Ogerpon's trainer was an actual human. It was a bit speculated for a while that was supposed to be a Pokemon possibly, but no, it's confirmed now.
Caution. First,
Okay.
it had Monkey Dory track down where the two lived.
This is messed
Then,
up.
While Ogerpon and the man were away, it had Okidogi and Pheasantipede sneak into the den to quietly steal the masks.
All right.
Just as they were about to return to Pecharunt, the man appeared. He rushed at the intruders, who had no choice but to fight back. But the man could only muster the strength to protect a single mask.
All right.
And the thieving Pokemon made off with the remaining 3 in hand.
All right, so they escaped with the 3 masks. We already know that.
The glittering masks belong to Pecharunt. Now they'll love me even more.
I don't know about the Pecharunt.
But its joy was fleeting.
There's
For
one.
The enraged
Oh, boy.
Ogerpon was upon them. Panicked,
All right.
Pecharunt ordered its retainers to stand in its defense. Pheasantipede deployed its beguiling pheromones. Monkey Dory used its foresight to predict Ogerpon's attacks. And Okidogi tried to finish the fight with its raw might. But none of them could stop Ogerpon's terrifying advance.
Damn. Ogerpon's badass, to be honest. Which is why it's a legendary, and the rest of them are simply, I guess, mythical slash regular Pokemon.
One drew near. Pecharunt trembled.
Oh, yeah.
He knew its fate was sealed.
Did it literally kill it? I swear to God, it looks like it. That's like the vibe I get.
Its companions, its happy life. Petulant had lost them all. As it was sent careening through the air, it mustered the last of its strength to withdraw into its shell. On and on it rolled until it finally came to a rest somewhere in the forest. Perhaps it rests there still, waiting to be awakened, so it can finally grant the old couple's wish.
Interesting. There it is. So that is the story of Petulant. Now we actually fully know exactly what the deal is with this, which I love, okay? It's an explanation, which we don't always get in Pokemon. Oftentimes we don't get these explanations for the different, like, things, the mythicals, the legendaries, all that kind of stuff. I love that they made this video. It explains it fully. We know exactly what the story is behind it now, but that's not all. We also now know that some of our theories have both been confirmed and disproven. Like, for example, the theory that maybe the trainer of Ogerpon was some form of, like, Pokemon as well. That's not true. Now we know that's not the case. And we also know that it found these other Pokemon along the way. So I guess Okidogi was the only one that was in the village where it was from, whereas the other two were found along the way. So they're not originally from Kitakami. They traveled to the land of Kitakami from somewhere else. So they're not, like, originally from there, which makes me wonder if we will ever see the original forms of these. Because remember, these are retainers. They basically are controlled by it because of the influence of its mochi, the same way that humans get influenced by it in the same way. And it makes them greedier, but also change their designs of some sort. So I wonder if we will ever see their original versions in a future game. Either way, I'll end that right there and move on again to the next thing. Like I said, there are a few things happening, but the most interesting one right now that you can do is go get your hands on this special event. So what you got to do is type in the code Neo Rotom Cover. So basically, all you got to do is NE0R0T0MC0VER. So that's basically just replace all the O's with zeros, and you should be able to do it. To do it as well here, I will just kind of show myself doing it by actually going into my, my actual Switch here and doing the exact same thing. So let's make sure we do it. And keep in mind, if you actually go and talk to a character in the game, you can change your whole Rotom, even like your actual Pokedex to look like it. So definitely something I would recommend to do. But here we go. Let's go just down to Mystery Gift. And then we got to go to get via code. And once you're in here, just got to make sure you connect to the internet. I don't think you should need to have Nintendo Switch Online or anything. I don't think you need it as far as I'm aware. So you should be able just to connect online and type in the code. So here we go. So I'm going to type in the code with you guys so you know exactly what it is. So it is NE and then 0. So it's Neo. There we go. Neo and then Rotom. And again, you got to make sure you do those zeros there. Rotom. Here we go. Neo Rotom. And then it is the cover that we need to type in. So C and then 0 and Ver. So here we go. I think that should be it. It should be available right now in the game. You should be able to get it right off the bat. It shouldn't be any issues, and it's just a free one to get. It's just free. On the back of it, as you can see on the image that I showed you earlier on Twitter, on the back of it, you actually have that human-looking character that was actually, now we know that human-looking character was straight up Petulant. Like, we now know that that's what it was. So here we go. Clothing gift. Click on that, and we should have our hands on it. And here we go. There is the gift. So like I said, shouldn't be too difficult to, like, change it or, like, equip it. You should just be able to go into your actual clothing section and be able to do that there. But also, if you want to change it to your, to the other Rotom, I think you should be able to do that either by talking. Let's actually exit here. Let's see if I can figure out exactly where to go. If I'm not mistaken, I think you're supposed to go and talk to one of the characters in Kitakami and they do it for you. But off the top of my head, I don't remember. Nonetheless, though, let's see if we can do that. So first things first, we exit out. And then let's go into our clothing section, because I always forget what that is. Let's go into our clothes, and let's equip this thing, because I want to see what it looks like. So if we go here to the right, I think if we go to the bottom, there it is. So that's the Neo Kitakami case. So if we equip that, we can also preview the appearance of it, which I guess we can't because, well, it's a Rotom phone. But yeah, let's go out, and that is it. Let's make sure we equip it. And now we have a special Rotom. And I think if we do it like this, there you go. So that's it in game. Looks pretty solid. And again, if you want to change it so even your Pokedex, like when you open up your Pokedex here, you'll see there it is. So you guys can see my actual Pokedex now has Monkey Dory, Okidogi, Pheasantipede, sorry. And of course, Pecharunt is in the bottom left over there, like the human form of it. So you guys can see it looks really cool actually in the Pokedex. And if you want to do that, if you want to actually unlock that ability, what you got to do is go to Kitakami, and I think you got to go all the way up here to the top of the mountain, like kind of like where you guys go to when you're doing the story, where you specifically battle Pecharunt, right? Like it's actually up here on the I don't really know what to call this, like plateau, where the tribute is for the Loyal 3, or I guess Disloyal 3 if you want to call them that way. But yeah, the Loyalty Plaza. So once we're up here, you guys can talk to this guy at the edge here. There's going to be a person, this guy right here. So if you talk to him, if you have a conversation with him, do you want to design of your Rotom phone case to carry over to compatible apps? And you guys can either put it to turn on or turn off. I currently have it on, so I'm not going to turn it off. And that's what makes my Pokedex look the way it does right now. So yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and bye-bye.